Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I have an honest-to-goodness Cinderella story for you. It all happened just a few hours ago to our charming and beautiful singer, Eileen Woods. Eileen, may I congratulate you?
Why, thank you, Jack. Now I know dreams do come true.
Friends, it seems most young girls who come to Hollywood have their dreams and hopes and ambitions. Well, when Eileen Woods came to our town just a year ago, I guess she wished upon a star. This afternoon, her wish came true when Walt Disney awarded our Eileen the title role in his next feature picture, Cinderella. Yes, now it's truly Eileen Cinderella Woods. Sing, Eileen.
When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. If your heart is in your dream, no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star, as dreamers do, fate is kind. She brings to those who love the sweet fulfillment of their secret longing. Like a bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and sees you through. When you wish upon a star, your dream comes true.
In all the kingdom, her foot was the only one to fit the magic slipper. And so the girl who went from rags to riches married her Prince Charming and lived happily ever after. Tonight, the heroine of that tale steps out of the pages of fiction for all the world to see. Gulf Oil is proud to present Cinderella. Lots of people will be surprised to learn that there really is a Cinderella, and her name is...
Oh, wait a minute, Dan. Until they hear my story, let's just call me Cinderella.
I'm at your command, Cinderella.
Well, once upon a time, not so very long ago, I could have been Ella Cinders. I lived on a farm near Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And like all young girls, I dreamed of a someday when all my dreams would come true.
And what was your wish, Cinderella?
It was to sing before millions of people. So I worked hard.
Well, so did Ella Cinders.
Oh, very hard. During the war, I sang occasionally with an army band, sometimes on a small radio station. But I had no real success. And then, just like in the fairy story, a magic thing happened.
A magic wand was waved?
Well, almost. Let's call them 3 footmen of a Hollywood prince appeared. They were old friends of mine, Matt Davis, Jerry Livingston, and Al Hoffman. They said a Hollywood prince by the name of Walt Disney had commissioned them to write the score for a new picture based on the fairy story, Cinderella. They finished one of the principal songs, and they wanted someone to sing it on a record, so Prince Walt Disney could hear it.
So you sang it, and Walt Disney heard your recording?
Mm-hmm, that's right. And he said, I'll use that song. It's just right. And then he asked, who's that girl singing? Tell me, because she's my Cinderella.
Yes, friends, now it can be told. Our Cinderella, come to life, is lovely Eileen Woods. Now, what Eileen didn't tell you was that Walt Disney had already tested over 400 actresses, including some of the most famous names in Hollywood. But hers was the only voice that fitted the part. But tell us now, Eileen, what happened after Mr. Disney waved his magic wand and touched you?
Well, for 2 years, I played the part of Cinderella for the artists at the Disney studios, all dressed up in Cinderella costumes from rags to riches. Why, the studio even had Delman create a pair of glass slippers cast for my feet. And this gown I'm wearing tonight, it's the very one that I posed for in the sketches of Cinderella at the ball with her Prince Charming.
It's mighty beautiful, too.
But, Dan, the magic spell has lasted.
The clock has never struck that fateful hour of midnight for you, then.
Oh, no, it hasn't. Wonderful things keep happening. I have a contract to sing on a national radio program, a contract with RCA Victor Records, and movie offers have come in. And, well, Dan, I'm beginning to believe that Eileen Woods is Cinderella. You know, in the picture, my voice as Cinderella sings, "A dream is a wish your heart needs." I'd like to sing it for you now, because all the dreams that Eileen Woods has ever had have come true. Wishing, dreaming, is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. In dreams you will lose your heartaches, whatever you wish for, you keep. Have faith in your dreams, and someday your rainbow will come smiling through. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, the dream that you wish will come true.
From Hollywood, Scouting the Stars with Bill Kriegel.
Like gold, talent is where you find it. In a never-ending search for fresh talent, new faces, Hollywood recruits young people from the four corners of the earth and sometimes strikes it rich, finding a rare nugget, a star of tomorrow.
And who is the talented Hollywood newcomer you're interviewing this evening, Bill?
She's a young lady of many accomplishments, Mel. At the age of 22, she's already a veteran of a number of top network radio shows. She's an all-round sportswoman, can still shoot a round of golf in the low 80s. And in private life, she's the mother of a little girl who's following in her footsteps.
And now she's in pictures, huh? How'd she do it?
Simple, just by doing a favor for a friend. But that's what we're here to find out about. So here she is, blonde, silver-voiced Eileen Woods.
Good evening, Bill. It's like coming back home to be here tonight. You see, I made my debut in network radio with the American Broadcasting Company.
Well, I'm glad to know that we helped you along on your career, Eileen, and we'll find out just how in a minute. First, let me introduce Jack Lavin, casting director for Walt Disney Studios.
Hi, Bill. You're luckier than your listeners, you know. You're getting to see Eileen. They'll only hear her when they go to see the picture she stars in.
Well, they'll still be in for a treat, Jack. But, Eileen, suppose you tell us why you'll be heard and not seen.
Well, it's a long story, Bill. Let me go back a bit. I got a pretty early start, at the age of 3 to be exact. It was back in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, where I was born. I sang for the Fireman's Benefit Show.
Nothing like getting in on the ground floor, Eileen. I suppose you started early in radio, too.
Well, I was only 11, Bill, when I appeared twice a week on a 15-minute program over the local station in Portsmouth. My sponsor was a hardware store, and I sold everything from egg beaters to garden fertilizer.
And took voice lessons and breathing exercises?
No, Bill, not yet. As a matter of fact, I was pretty much of a tomboy. And as for my singing, well, I just sang, and people seemed to like it that way.
And it's just that simple, natural quality of Eileen's voice that won Mr. Disney, too.
Of course, I did start training soon after that, and then the manager of the Portsmouth station arranged a test for me with ABC in New York. Your talent executives were good enough to put me on a network program. Around that time, I also completed my high school work at a New York professional school, where I studied languages and dramatics.
And since then, I know you've come a long way, Eileen. Command performances for the Army and Navy, the Presidential Birthday Ball, tours to sell war bonds, and a hitch with Don McNeil's Breakfast Club for ABC in Chicago. But what made you turn to pictures?
I didn't do it consciously at all, Bill. Several months ago, the songwriting team of Mac David, Al Hoffman, and Jerry Livingston completed the title song for Cinderella, the feature-length Technicolor cartoon soon to be completed by Walt Disney. They wanted someone to sing the song for Mr. Disney, just so he could hear what it sounded like.
Eileen's appearance wasn't intended as a test at all, Bill. She was just doing us a favor. At that point, we had already interviewed nearly 400 girls for the part, and none of them clicked. Then as we listened, Mr. Disney began paying less attention to the song and more to Eileen's voice. Suddenly he said, "That's it. That's what I've been looking for and listening for."
And then and there, Mr. Disney signed me up, not only to sing all the tunes in Cinderella, but to narrate the whole story behind the animated characters.
And believe me, Bill, Eileen will make Cinderella come alive on the screen, even if she's only heard and not seen. Mr. Disney puts it this way: you believe Eileen Woods in the Cinderella role. There is no sense of striving for effect. The voice is simply and beautifully natural. The caliber of voice that will call audiences to say, that's the kind of voice Cinderella must actually have had.
Well, congratulations to you, Eileen. Whether people see or hear you, you're going to make a hit.
I feel as though I'm wearing the glass slipper anyway, Bill, and that's all that matters.
And you'll keep wearing it, Eileen. Thanks for being with us. Thanks to you, too, Jack Lavin, casting director for Walt Disney Studios, now completing the Technicolor feature-length cartoon love story, Cinderella, soon to be released by RKO Radio Pictures.